Hey, second grade, back for reading time. We're back to our Mercy Watson book. We're on to chapter 7. The smell of butter was absolutely everywhere. The smell of butter was driving Mercy wild. Where was the butter smell coming from? Mercy thought she would go and investigate. She leapt out of the convertible. She moved with purpose. Was there anything more heavenly than being hot on the trail of the true butter smell? Mercy didn't think so. She trotted faster. Mercy Watson was a pig on a mission. So she jumped out of the car and she's trotting down following that butter smell. Chapter 8. Hey now, said Alfred P. Tompkins. Speaking of pigs, isn't that a pig right there? Where? Said Francine Pollitt. There, said Alfred P. Tompkins. He pointed at the pig that was trotting past the truck. The pig had its snout up in the air. The pig looked very happy. Remember, Alfred and Francine were the ones on a date together. That, said Francine Pollitt, is a pig from the Deckawoo Drive. I have dealt with that pig before. I wonder what a pig is doing at the movies, said Alfred P. Tompkins. That's a good question, said Francine. That's the kind of question that only an animal control officer can answer. Fascinating, said Alfred P. Tompkins. Don't make any sudden movement, said Francine Pollitt. She reached into the back of her truck. She grabbed her net. Remember, she is the animal control officer, so she's a police officer that takes care of, like, animals that are getting into trouble. So she just so happens to have a net in her car. If you want to see an animal control officer in action, said Francine Pollitt, follow me. Fascinating, said Alfred P. Tompkins. Simply fascinating. I'm right behind you. There's Francine, the animal control officer, and there's Mr. Tompkins following. Chapter 9. Mercy stopped. She sniffed. The smell of butter was very strong. The smell of butter was very near. The smell of butter was coming from the back seat of a station wagon. Mercy stuck her head into the window. She sniffed again. There she is smelling. And there she is trying to get into the car. The smell of butter was coming from an extremely large bucket in the hands of a very small child. Mercy helped herself. The small child screamed, "Papa, Papa, a monster's eating my popcorn!" Mercy chewed. The popcorn was drenched in butter. It was delicious. So there's Mercy peeking through the window, eating the popcorn. And there's the little girl who's holding the popcorn screaming. A man stuck his face in Mercy's snout. "What do you think you're doing?" the man said. Mr. Kyle is stopping in for reading time.
Hi, kids. How are we doing today?
What did Mercy think she was doing? She thought she was enjoying a buttery snack. "Get out of there!" shouted the man. He gave Mercy a very forceful shove. Popcorn went flying everywhere. Mercy thought that perhaps it was time to move on. So there's the man and Mercy looking at each other. He's yelling at her. There he's trying to shove her. And there she is trotting away. And that takes us to chapter 10, which is where we are going to stop for tonight. I'll see you guys tomorrow.